can taste you, I can taste you.
Good morning, happy Sunday. It is March 27th. You can see outside, bright and sunny. Just a little bit before 9 o'clock. We are heading to the airport on the way to El Nido. We're a little bit early. You know, around here they always say show up, 2 hours, 3 hours before your flight. And I've never really subscribed to that because I usually just, I want to put my foot in the door before they close the aircraft. But with all this extra checking of vaccine cards and if you're allowed to travel and travel pads and all the extra steps, I guess it really doesn't hurt if you show up a little bit early. But and especially now actually that the country again is slowly opening up with the travel bubbles, I think all the Filipinos who've been on lockdown the last 2 years are itching to go somewhere and start the summer. So we are heading to El Nido. It's an hour-and-a-half trip. I think not even. It's south in the Philippines. It's an island. If you look at the map, it's a little arm that sticks out. That's where Palawan is. And we're flying Air Swift, which is again my first time flying Air Swift. They look like there's sort of like a boutique airline that just travels to really popular points of interest like Atiklan, which services Boracay or Cebu, and obviously El Nido. There are other carriers like Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific, and Air Asia, and all those. And that's just, I think, really like people mover commercial airline. So yeah, I don't know what to expect. It's a Sunday. I guess it's technically a travel day. We are flying out of Terminal 3, which isn't just a domestic airline. We have like 4 terminals here, which is really hard because sometimes when you come in from an international flight, there really isn't any like inter-terminal bus that can take you to the domestic. You actually have to take a cab to go to the domestic airline. And I guess during the pandemic, they all consolidated all the airlines into this Terminal 3. But actually, when we come back, we're coming into the domestic airline because, again, the airport operations are starting to normalize their operations. So we'll see how busy it is today. But I think for Ryan, when was the last time you flew?
Get here.
When was that? Like the 2020?
Yeah, it was Halloween.
So Ryan's seeing the inside of an airplane again for the first time since we moved here a year and a half ago? Yeah, about a year and a half ago. So yeah, when we get there, it's again, because it's an island and you're going to like a resort and it's plane, trains, and automobiles, but here it's like, but over here it's planes, buses, jetty. Oh, you get a little stall with RFID. Really quick, when you travel sort of interzonal in Manila, in and out of Metro Manila, during the lockdown, they really pushed for the RFID cashless transaction. And when we got here, we bought our car, we did get the RFID. And you just like anything else, you put money in it, they just remove it every time you use it. It's kind of hit or miss. I had to replace it one time already because they said that lightning, air, dust ruined the first one, so they replaced it. And now it's sort of hit or miss, and when that happens, you have to stop and you have to show your card. So anyway, back to the airport. We're about 5 minutes, like I said, because of the new Skyways. It really doesn't take long anymore from where we live to the airport, and we're gonna have a little bit of time just to sit around terminal. So yeah, we'll see you in El Nido. the sunrise, probably. Hi guys, welcome to El Nido. Welcome to paradise. It is so beautiful. I am so excited to be here. So this is super exciting. We just came back from sitting down at the beach. Weather is beautiful. Water is perfect. It really is paradise. So we are just, how do the British say it? Chuffed to be here. And I'm going to give you price ranges this time because this is a one-off. This is not something that we're going to do all the time because it's not as cheap as the others, and there's a ton of other more affordable options. I'll give you a range of prices. Obviously, I'm going to give you the website. You guys can look, and a lot of times, if you go to the website directly, they give you a discount versus if you go to a travel website or platform. So it's about $5.18-ish. And like I said, we just came back from sitting in the beach. We arrived at about 12:30 here in El Nido. And if you have your ducks in a row, it's really easy. Your S-Pass, your valid ID, you exit, you get your luggage. And I had pre-booked a van to pick us up, to take us to the port where the hotel boat was waiting for us as well. So by the time we got here, it was about 1:30-ish. And when you come here, you're right at the beach, right? So don't think you can come here wearing heels because it's just not going to work. We're barefoot the whole time we're here. So our room wasn't ready yet, and they took us to the restaurant, which was perfect. So we had a little snack before the room was ready. And once the room was ready, we wanted to go to the beach. Good morning in paradise. It is our first full day here in El Nido, Palawan at the Villego Resort. I was told that's how you pronounce it. And it is just a little bit over 7 a.m. And as you can see, Ryan's already sort of settled outside in a little veranda, which is such a gem to have in your room because we're so close to the beach that you can sit outside in your private space and still look out the beach and enjoy the view. And like I've mentioned over and over again, that's what you're paying for when you come here to this room, is really looking out at the beach and just feeling serene. So today's gonna be first full day. Not a whole lot of difference from yesterday. Probably beach, eat and sleep. The only maybe varying factor is that I might get a massage later on this afternoon. I haven't had a massage in 2.5 years since we started going cross country. So I'm super excited if that actually happens today. Let's see how I feel. Yesterday was just, we went to the beach, hang out there for a while, and had dinner. Again, it was just sort of half a day. By the way, the food here is fantastic. The food so far has been really good. We actually met the owner yesterday, super nice guy, sort of telling us his lockdown journey, as most of us have our own. And he was just explaining how he sort of got started and what he's doing. He realized that because this resort is so remote that he needed to put a restaurant and a bar where guests could just go and eat, as much as that probably has a little bit more headaches than just owning a resort. But I'm glad he did. Apparently his personal chef is the one who helps out in the kitchen. That's why the food is fantastic, and it really is. Like we're Ryan and I are big foodies, so we've certainly had our fair share of different kinds of foods, and their food here is fantastic. And you can see in the reviews as well that people come here for the food. And speaking of food, it's breakfast time. So we're gonna order in breakfast from that phone that they provide for you in each room. And so this is breakfast. There you go, the Lego. And very good choices, options if you're trying to eat healthy, if you just want to go crazy. And what's that? So we're gonna order that, and I'll probably come up here about order it for 8 o'clock, 8:30. And while we were having dinner yesterday, they came in and did the turn down service, right, where they put the curtains down, dim the light, turn on the lights and stuff. So so far service has been excellent. So it really is, it's a privilege to be able to experience really going to places like this. You know, we wanted to do one good blowout, just feel like we're adults and that we're grateful. By the way, I don't know if you can see that. Hello, pimple. This is the first time I've really been out wearing a mask full time. And there you go. So first things first, before we order breakfast, is coffee, so I can function. Oh, by the way, this is mine. I bring my sweetener, and this is just prebiotic that I put in my coffee. Just sort of helps. So we shall try and make coffee. Okay, let's try and make coffee here. So I have one of these coffee pods that I have the Keurig at home, so I'm kind of familiar with the mechanics, even though maybe not this particular brand. But so I put some water in. Here are all your options for coffee. And like, remove a little pod, put that in, put this back in, and I just got done with a massage. Obviously I didn't vlog that. And it is about 1:30. Still beautiful outside. Probably should bring water. I'm gonna go to the restaurant and maybe grab a snack or something. And this is our way out. And so, you're by the beach. So you're mostly in bikinis and barefoot. They have a little water wash to wash your feet with, but this is the way. Hi. How was the I can slow it down. Windy. The seafood trio, creamy garlic, got your rice, Thai, papaya salad. It's young papaya with like fish sauce and chilies. It's fantastic. Ryan's having this 2 nights in a row, the tuna ceviche, and he is trying their salmon pizza. So I guess if you're an island, best to do seafood because that's probably what they're going to be known for. And we got a couple more gin and tonics. So that is dinner, and just about ready to go to bed. But I have a little visitor with me here. Sorry, the wind is super loud. You won't be able to see him. He's a nice black doggy. Hi. So, before anything else, I wanted to do a quick room tour of what we have routinely crossing for the tours or transportation. And again, you have a lot of your, like I said, Indonesian Thai artwork. So there is that. And then you have a little